Something weird's going on. Indeed, it seems would you please have fucked up my internet connection in some way. So now I can't get hold of the books I need, etc. Also, I'm pretty sure they've dumped a load of bullshit on my laptop, but I can't find what it is, which is interesting. I believe that Wiltshire police are attempting to frame me. So it's all very interesting. It's interesting. So I think Wiltshire police have dumped a load of bullshit on my laptop, but I'm not a computer genius, so I have no idea how to access this bullshit. Indeed, I probably wouldn't want to access it anyway, but I think they've probably fucked up my internet and then dumped a load of shit on there so that they can frame me. It's interesting to consider the low behaviors of Wiltshire police. Indeed, they are a creepy, organ harvesting, paedophile, child ritual abuse circuit, Wiltshire police are. And they know they're losing in this game of wits. Indeed, even they have dumped some files on me, I don't know if they're going to be able to frame me. So it's all very interesting indeed. It's possible that those files have now been removed by my people. So it's all very interesting to consider. It's also saying that I no longer have the space to make videos, which is all very interesting because there's plenty of space on this laptop. So it's all very interesting indeed. It seems that Wiltshire police have somehow manipulated my laptop to attempt to ensure that I cannot make videos. However, there are ways around this. So it's all very interesting, really, indeed. I'm basically engaged in a one-man war with Wiltshire police. And what's most interesting is I am winning. And I'm going to fucking win. I despise everything about Wiltshire police and Wiltshire as a whole, because Wiltshire is a big satanic circuit operative for the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst rings, i.e. such networks as 764 and the Order of Nine Angles coordinate a lot of the child rapist circuit across Wiltshire, which is especially prolific in Devizes. Indeed, as I have stated, Wiltshire police have a large confidential police informant network, which a lot of the time constitutes the people who are gang stalking me. Indeed, the networks of Samuel Buchan, operative for the Freemasons, i.e. the United Grand Lodge of England, operates several networks of gang stalkers in Wiltshire via networks of local Masonic lodges. So it's interesting to consider exactly what is going on. Indeed, these gang stalkers are constantly utilizing voice-to-skull technology and beaming false information into my brain, implanting thoughts, memories, and ideas basically which are not real. Indeed, a lot of these implanted thoughts cause me to spin out into a GRU, Russian military intelligence psychosis, which is still part of the plan of Devizes police to basically make out that everything I'm saying about them is Russian misinformation. Indeed, Warminster police are in on the act also, as these pedos all defend each other. And it's interesting to consider that the Wiltshire population are so heavily interconnected with the Wiltshire police services that they are all involved in this also. Indeed, 94% of Wiltshire are heavily interconnected with the police. This is adults I'm talking about here. 94% of Wiltshire adults are heavily interconnected with the police and will do anything to stop these exposures of Wiltshire police from reaching the public domain. However, these videos are reaching the public domain. So it's interesting just what Devizes Police and the Wiltshire Police Headquarters are attempting to resort to attempt to shut me down. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider the fact that Wiltshire Police will attempt to cast me as what they are, i.e. some sort of satanic abuser. It's all very interesting. That's what paedophile rings do. When you expose them, they try and twist it around on you, which is all very interesting indeed. Look at my facial features. Do I really look like the kind of person I'm exposing? Indeed, it's all very interesting. Wiltshire Police are attempting to cast me as several things I am not, simply to protect themselves from an eventual public trial, which is apparently in the works. What with other networks operating throughout the country wanting to take Devizes Police to court. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the more I'm talking now, the more certain beams are being put into my brain, causing me severe headaches. Indeed, this is part of the beaming technology that is being used on me. Indeed, they have certain ways of firing certain beaming technology at me that cause me to have severe headaches. And indeed, as I stated, this is military-grade technology operated through certain networks out of Melksham. So it's all very interesting indeed. I believe Julie Ferris may have got hold of some new technology that she's attempting to use on me. It's also very interesting that the British intelligence services are watching this and wondering, how long can this go on? Indeed, Wiltshire Police are stepping up their persecution of me, attempting to cast me in the bad light to the Warminster population. However, I don't know if this is working. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, Wiltshire Police are disgusting people, and they will do anything to stop this, which is all very interesting indeed. As I stated before, Wiltshire Police are an enormous paedophile cartel, operative for the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, which is a large satanic criminal circuit, operative for an agenda which is based in the original agenda of the Bavarian Illuminati. So it's all very interesting to consider the interconnectivity between Devizes Police and the 1776 Bavarian Illuminati continuums operating in the modern world through the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider how all of this is interconnecting. As I stated, Devizes Police are running a large satanic child ritual abuse circuit, operative for Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks such as the Order of Nine Angles. Indeed, Devizes Police are wanting to shut me down and shut me up, and so resorting to very sad mechanisms and very sad techniques, attempting to cast me as what they are. But this isn't going to work, because Any files they try to dump remotely onto my laptop are removed immediately by my people. So it's all very interesting to consider this. Indeed, Devizes police are very scared of my people because they cannot identify them. Indeed, this was the only way that this could work. Indeed, this is a long-range penetration of Wiltshire by a network that you will never know about. Indeed, nothing may happen, but this penetration operation has completely exposed Wiltshire police for what they are. Indeed, it's all very interesting to note that Wiltshire police tied me up and raped me for saying that they are a paedophile ring. So it's all very interesting to consider that Devizes police and Wiltshire police as a whole are prepared to basically do this to a mental patient. It says a lot about them. Indeed, the Masons locally are wanting to ritually sacrifice me to the demon gods. That's all very interesting indeed. The Masons locally are all watching these videos, flabbergasted by how I've interlinked everything and worked out their seedy agenda. So it's all very interesting. The Freemasons at Grenville Lodge have always been watching me, wondering when I was going to turn on the Nazis, etc. So it's all very interesting indeed. I was never a Nazi. I was a mind-controlled puppet of the British intelligence services who were attempting to push me towards Nazi fetishism and Nazi ideology because they knew in the end I would expose Wiltshire police. So it's all very interesting to consider indeed. Me and British intelligence have been basically in a conflict for over 10 years, whereby I was basically a mind-controlled operative of theirs without wanting to be for a long time. So it's all very interesting to consider. I was basically working for the British intelligence agenda without being fully conscious of the fact that I was. At times, I've also been working for the GRU's agenda without fully being conscious of the fact that I was. However, after I moved to Devizes and sorted out my theories, things started going down. And the Masons have been sacrificing rather a lot of people to the demon gods to attempt to shut me down, basically. Indeed, they believe that the more innocents that they sacrifice, the more likely it is that something occult will occur whereby I would be struck by lightning or something, and therefore I would be destroyed. Indeed, if I die, I'm going to be resurrected anyway. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, a lot of these videos will most probably be viewed in posterity. And one day, people will remember me. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider. Devizes police are on their last legs in terms of local support, apparently, which is all very interesting indeed. I expect many members of the Devizes population who are involved in the rings are losing faith themselves in Devizes police because all of these people want to shut me down. Devizes police have been able to shut me down and shut me up. So local Devizes people are getting angry with the Devizes police, which is all quite funny to me. Indeed, we have to work out the percentages exactly of who needs to be neutralized in Devizes. I'd estimate at least 40% of the town need to be completely neutralized. But we'll see what happens. Indeed, as I've stated, nothing may happen. That's the interesting thing about this. However, Devizes people are paranoid that some crazy Russians are going to turn up and slaughter them all, which I find really quite entertaining. Indeed, as I stated, nothing may happen. This is the thing, nothing may happen. But at the same time, something may happen. Indeed, one day, something will probably happen. Though I'm not sure what. This is the thing. All I'm really doing is creating creepypastas. However, these creepypastas are based entirely in truth. Devizes police are an organ harvesting paedophile satanic child ritual abuse circuit, and this information needs to be pumped into the public domain. The Ferris family of Devizes, Melksham, and Chippenham need to be told what they are, because they're in denial about what they are. Indeed, these large networks of child rapists in Devizes are in denial about what they are. They need to be told what they are. This is the thing, that they're all in denial about what they are. They rape a child and then deny that they're child rapists. That's what's odd about this. Indeed, I'm noticing these trends across modern Britain. Indeed, it seems the majority of British males, i.e., white British males between the ages of 18 and 26, have some sort of connection to some sort of networks that are involved in these activities. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, 764 and aligned networks are able to operate with impunity in Britain. This is because they're run by the British police. Indeed, this is part of an accelerationist agenda which directly interconnects to Palantir and Silicon Valley. So it's all very interesting indeed. These accelerationist networks are actually being run out of Silicon Valley, which basically has become a powerhouse of hard right ideology. But it's interesting to consider that how it reflects on the British Isles, and indeed, it's not only neo-Nazi Satanist continuums that are part of this Silicon Valley agenda, it's also the hippie network. It's all very interesting to consider such networks as Palestine Action. Indeed, Palestine Action, the majority of them are hippies, but they're anti-Semites. So it's all very interesting indeed. The Faith of Ishmael network, connected to Palestine Action, are beginning to think there's something very odd going on with the UK hippies. And there is. The UK hippies are all Nazis. So it's all very interesting to consider this. Indeed, the UK is going Nazi. So it's all very interesting to see what happens. This is all to do with the erection of a police state. Indeed, a constable was speaking yesterday in Devizes about the possibility of the UK turning Nazi and how this will destroy Willesey. So it seems that a lot of the things going on, especially down here in the southwest, are occurring quicker than planned. So the Devizes police can beat Willesey. So it's all very interesting indeed. I seem to have unintentionally sped up the implementation of the police state, which means that I've been roped into the agenda without meaning to be, though. This is how it all needed to occur. And I have a feeling things are actually going to work out better than I expected for me. And Devizes police will be humiliated and tortured for eternity in the fires of hell. That's all I have to say, really. Indeed, I'm going to leave it there now.